Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus. Today we are gonna be playing against none other than Duelist. So this is someone that already has the Gauntlet of Absolution, and I find this interesting because I played with this person, let's say like 3 to 4 days ago. Maybe 4, maybe let's bet on 4, and they were an apprentice. That's right, they were just getting started in the Butcher's Circus right after watching my videos for like a good amount of time at the very least. I'm not exactly sure how long it was, but they watched my videos for a very juicy amount of time. Then they finally got a laptop to get into the Butcher's Circus, and here we are. We are now just absolutely gaming. So I'm gonna start off with a misplay, playing my my last stand team by going for Duelist Advance on the Flagellant. Maybe not that huge of a misplay. Maybe I am able to make something happen if he tries going too aggressive with that Rain of Sorrows and all that, but let's just say that I have a bit of a situation here with this Antiquarian, and I think playing with the last stand into a deity team like this one that's going full on the offense with Materia Pestis, Double Rain of Sorrows, I might have to go a little bit aggressive here. I might have to go for the command buff, Duelist Advance, no guards, just go Harry, just go crazy. And that's what's gonna happen with the last stand before... Wait, how do you put it? Christmas Eve. It is what it is, because today is the 23rd of December, which means it's the eve of the Christmas Eve. In Portuguese, we'd say it's the véspera of the véspera of Natal. So yeah, it's Christmas Eve. I'm not sure if you could actually say that in English. It is odd, but well, you know, whatever. So my opponent is gonna go for, wow, that's unfortunate. He's gonna go for a puncture on my doggy. Gets the crit, but still doesn't get the move because I got that juicy little 5% there, just staying alive. I'm gonna go for the Houndsary immediately. I have a decent amount of dodge on my doggy. I don't think he's gonna get hit by too many Rain of Sorrows, too many Festering Vapors. I don't feel like going Reclaim on the doggy here, we'll just keep him alive for too long. Maybe if he gets hit by this Rain of Sorrows, I drop a Reclaim. Maybe. He does get hit by the Rain of Sorrows, which is unfortunate. My Punish here could do enough damage though, so if I do 3 damage and I get 6, I do 9, which is not enough, but if I do at least 5, that means that the Flagellant's going down to 0 the next round, which isn't that amazing, because, you know, it's a Flagellant going down to 0, so he's gonna Exsanguinate and just do his thing. But that means that the Jester can't really move forward, because then he'll have to redeem. If he Exsanguinates in the Jester, then if the Jester moves forward, he's going to be forced to drop a Finale soon, and then I'll be, well, I won't be able to use the guards, but I'll be able to maybe heal myself, drop a Reclaim, and kind of just put my opponent in a bit of an unfortunate situation. They can also just go for the Adder's Kiss and wait it out. They probably will do that as well. Very surprised they're going Flash Powder here. I think this is the Flash Powder of someone that's still new to the Circus. At this point in time, you don't care if your Antiquarian takes damage. Like, it literally couldn't matter less if your Antiquarian takes a teeny tiny bit of damage here, because you have a Redeem available, she's not close to death's door, I don't have that much reach. You have an Antiquarian with Materia Pestis, which is a crazy amount of blight if you get the Festering Vapors off with an accuracy buff. Like, you just send it. You just full send it, as I am full sending it, and you just have fun that way. It looks like my opponent's going for more of a heal the shield breaker kind of situation here with the Flagellant, which is acceptable as well. I'm wondering whether I should bolster or not. Chances are probably not, and instead I'm just gonna drop another command buff because I need the accuracy. Even though I've shaved away some of this Shieldbreaker's accuracy, this team has a decent amount of dodge. Bellows will not matter because I'm not gonna apply the debuff anyways, so instead I'm just gonna go for the command buffs and just gonna go full on the aggression and enjoying myself. So I could... sadly, I will have to let this Flagellant have the last laugh, which is unfortunate. But in the meantime, I could get a crit punish on this Shieldbreaker. That is a possibility. It's very unlikely, but it does happen. Wow! I go for the crit punish and I get rewarded. For most people, it might sound like it literally wouldn't make a difference going for the punish or the Houndsary first here, but for me it does. I know there's a crit chance in there. I know my Flagellant likes to get lucky. He is the Dungeon Master. He's gonna be tomorrow's Santa, or tomorrow night's Santa. My god, I'd love to have Flagellant as my Santa. Nah, JK, sitting on his lap, nah, JK. Anyway, Back to the Butcher's Circus. This Flagellant is now at this door and he's gonna exsanguinate into a riposte. He lives. He gets hit with a crit riposte as well, so that's extra accuracy for me. I'm already at insane amounts of accuracy, so it's good for my opponent because, you know, they get to just live while I kinda don't. But they also suffered a death store check on the flash, and they also used up one of their exsanguinates, so it's not that good. The reason they went for that is because they want to focus my Hireman down. My Hireman obviously does a lot against the AoE of this Antiquarian. Now she goes for the Festering Vapors. It's probably gonna work. I tickle, man. I tickle. That is crazy. How would a Vendetta buff? Grim Bandana, Eagle Eye Talisman. My riposte does only 10 damage. That is genuinely crazy how that's a possibility, but you know, such is the way with the Butcher's Circus, I suppose. I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna go for a juicy little reclaim on this Hireman. One good thing I have going for me is that next round I'll have the what do you call it? I'll have the possibility of going first, or rather I'll have the advantage of going first, and I'll be able to take advantage of it and maybe drop a redeem before my opponent gets a finale off or something of the likes. Of course, you won't be able to reposition their shield breaker because they're going to have to drop a Serpent's Way here, so that is something my opponent has to deal with, and I think for this turn I will drop a Bellow. Let's maybe get some stress going on that shield breaker, maybe get a Reflected, which would be really cool. If we get an Affliction, we could get a pass, we can get something like that. And I will very much appreciate it. If we also get an Affliction on the Antiquarian sometime in the near future, she might go Fearful and then she might do 0 damage against our little prot boys, which is exactly what we want and exactly what we need. So it's been a couple of days since I made the last video. That's mostly because I'm on Christmas holidays, so I am on holidays, but at the same time I am on holidays, meaning that, well, I don't have to do my daily duties, but at the same time, because I don't have to do my daily duties, I've also gotten out of like the schedule, not the schedule, but I've been taken out of my usual like day-to-day schedule. I think that's the way of putting it. So making Butcher's Circus videos, I also want to do other things like hanging out with my family, which I hadn't seen in like a month, hanging out with my friends, which I hadn't seen in like a month. At the same time, makes it a little bit dicey. And yesterday I was just not in the condition to make a video, but we are gonna get rewarded for it with a video at Christmas Eve for the Butcher's Circus, and just enjoying it that way. So I could move back twice here, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather my opponent not drop a Rain of Sorrows and just drop a Punish or something. Yeah, that's probably what I want here, because I'm gonna drop a Redeem on this Hireman soon, I imagine. So yeah, let's just drop this instead. Get one of those Aegis Fox gone. We actually don't get the knockback, which is really good for me here, because that means the Shieldbreaker doesn't get to just expose and put the Jester in the position to finale. So not having the Duelist pistol with the extra 30% move chance, actually really helpful for me here. So thank you, Shepherd Doggy, for taking Eagle Eye Talisman instead. They're gonna go for the Redeem here because the Antiquarian is the most valuable character on their team, and they kind of threw by going for that Festering Vapors, you know, the second one. The first one was fine. Not going for the first one was bad. Going for the second one was fine. Going for the third one was bad. So kind of a difficult spot to be in with the Antiquarian, but you know, it be what it be, it is what it is. If I click here and go for Duelist Advance, I am dropping myself to death store against the Jester, so no thank you, I really don't want that to happen. I have enough accuracy on my riposte, and I just don't really care too much at the moment, so instead I'm gonna drop a Bellow. Because I am in doubt, and I have to wait for my opponent's turns before going for my turns at this point, so that's exactly what I'm doing. The Shieldbreaker is going to be dropping down to 0 with the next Harry, for example. Oh no, I don't have 2 Harry turns left, I only have 1. Maybe a misplay on my end then, not to go for another command buff there. But it should be okay. She did get a dodge, no dodge affliction. How does she have so much dodge then? Oh, she went for the Serpent's Way, right? Yeah, she did get that Serpent's Way off. If I click here, I will drop to 0 HP, which is perfect. So I will click drop to 0 HP. Sadly, not enough on that doggy to keep him out of this store, but I might even go for the Lick Wounds at this point in time. Of course, my opponent can go for another Festering Vapors, and they probably will. But I will be able to just Lick Wounds potentially, or if I don't want to Lick Wounds, I'll just Duelist Advance into Hansari. That's probably going to be the game plan here. I'm not taking enough DOT to just die. Sadly, there are 2 crits, so yeah, the DOT is going to last forever. That's like 10 points of blight over 5 turns. It's nutty how much he can actually do. It's completely crazy. I might have to go for a bit of a Hail Mary here. 9 to 17, 40% crit chance though. That's a hell of a lot of crit chance, man. I'm gonna go for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, but at least he's at this store, so his damage is gonna be reduced. Probably not enough though. My Highman's probably dead, so I might have to actually guard him here. I know it looks super sus, but I might have to guard the Highman. And you know what? It actually kind of works, because my opponent won't be able to use the finisher to kill my doggy. But Shep, if you're guarding him, the Dirk Snap will bypass the guard. So it will bypass my doggy being at this door and hit into the riposte instead, which is funny, because usually you want to bypass the guard, but in some situations you kind of don't. So my opponent still has to go first, meaning I could just harry into Harry, or I could lick wounds into Harry, but then I'll run out. I'll wait and see. If they move forward. If they move forward, I will harry into lick wounds, most likely. If they don't move forward because they want a finale, I will actually guard my Highman here and keep him alive, because I can't do that. I am allowed to do that. They can go for the puncture, which probably will work. They'll either pause for it, and I don't mind that one bit. So yeah, it's just gonna have to be that way. This is quite a close match, isn't it? It's quite exciting. It might come down to the Flagellants at the end of the day, but their Flagellant has already used an Exsanguinate. My Flagellant has used a Redeem, which is better for me, because the rule of thumb is Redeems before Exsanguinates. Of course, they went for the Tempo Exsanguinate, trying to do some damage onto me. And indeed, they do pass, so I will just guard here with the doggy. It is an interesting spot to be in, that you guard the character that has riposte with a character that's at this door. It is really odd. They can go for the Festering Vapors, but they will put themselves at this door, and it's only 50, and that is if they hit. So, and if they do damage as well, which, you know, they could do 0 damage here. I do have 15 prot, so let's pray that that happens. The Flagellant is dropping to 0, so he'll be able to hit the other characters. Please not a desync, please not a desync, please not a desync. I played with this person for like 50 minutes last time. There were no desyncs. If there's a desync here, I'm rioting. I am completely rioting. I'm gonna go on the Red Hook forums and I'm gonna say, fix your damn game, Butcher Circus. No, fix your damn game, Red Hook. Fix your damn Butcher Circus game. You know, just before this, let's actually rant a little bit about the Butcher Circus. Just before this, I was trying to load into a match, and it did that funny thing where you click to press and load into the match, and then as it's in the search, it's gonna be a desync, unfortunate, but as it's in the search, it finds a match, but it doesn't tell you that for like 5 or so seconds. So you click to cancel, but you're already in the connecting thing, because the Circus has like a 2500 ms delay. It's crazy. It has like a 5-second delay. I do something, it takes like 5 to 10 seconds for my opponent to see it. Of course, in this match it's going to take 5 to 10 years, but let's move on to the next one. Alright, then here we go straight into a match number 2 against the same person with the same teams, and I get to go first once more, so all is well in the Butcher Circus. Now, first things first, do I want to still go for the Duelist Advance? That is the question. Or do I want to start off this match a bit differently, going for the command buff, going Duelist Advance on the Jester? What do you want to do, Shep? Do you want to go for the exact same game plan, or do you want to do something else? I think I'm gonna do something else here. I'm gonna go for the command buff, and then I'm gonna go Duelist Advance onto the Jester. I'm gonna pray for a crit with my Grim Bandana Eagle Eye Talisman and just see where the spirit takes us. That is exactly what I'm gonna try and do here. Maybe we do some juicy critting on the Jester. They're gonna Duelist Advance here, so they're kind of... that's good. This Shieldbreaker is getting really unfortunate with those... with those net pulls. Like, really freaking unfortunate. I also think it's really odd for you to start with your Shieldbreaker in position 2. I think Duelist should change that out. I don't know a single person that plays this team that starts with the Shieldbreaker in position 2. Because if the anti-current gets pulled, it's fine, you just move back. If the Jester gets pulled, it's fine, you just expose. So it's perfectly fine because the Flagellant will always get to act, even if either of these characters go back, and Adder's Kiss is much better, like 99% of the time, than Puncture round 1. Or at least against most teams, it is much better to use the Adder's Kiss first because it is a power move, and only then do you actually go for your what do you call it? And only then do you actually go for your Puncture, which is like your secondary move, which is going to be good like, let's say half the time it's going to be good. Adder's Case is almost always good, because there's almost always going to be a chunky Man-at-Arms or a chunky Crusader on the enemy team, and you just want to go ham on them. So they're gonna go for the regen this time around. I guess it could work because my offense is kind of subpar, and I am failing my offense as well, so it could definitely work. They are taking some damage on the Flagellant here. If they go for this, they are gonna eat a riposte, which again tickles. It's so unfortunate how it's tickling so much. Like, it really sucks how much my freaking riposte is tickling. I've already lost 2 of my command buff turns as well, but honestly, with Eagle Eye Talisman plus the Vendetta, I should have enough accuracy on my Grape Shot. Actually, will I really against 40 odds? Yeah, I need to keep a command buff up. This ability just has such bad levels of accuracy. Oh, that's juicy. Oh, that is quite juicy. Sadly, the Flagellant's taking enough damage here to the point that it might not matter. But I am free to just drop a Hound's Area here and make this Shieldbreaker go down to 0. So finally my opponent gets punished! Finally my opponent gets punished for going on these wild moves against this super strong Highman Repulse. Like, this is really strong. It's not Repulse Stagger, because you're kind of trying to spam Grape Shot on the last stand. I haven't been able to do it because my opponent is just pulling me. So it and you know, they also have a Shieldbreaker with Puncture, which is a totally fair and balanced move. If I want to deal with this Puncture, here's the thing. This team wants to have its Highman in position 3 guarded with command buffs, spamming Grape Shot. What can I do against that? If I guard, he goes out of position and he loses the guard at the same time. So if I try to reset, I have to move back, I have to clear a debuff, which I don't even have on this team, and then I have to guard him again, while the Shieldbreaker does that in one move, with damage, with a decent crit chance too. It's unfair. Even if she whiffs, she still breaks the freaking guard. Yeah, it's just Butcher Circus things, I guess. I'm gonna drop another command buff here because I'm in doubt. When you're in doubt, you either bell it out or you command it out. Basically scream at either team. That's what the Man-at-Arms is here to do. He's either to scream at either his enemies or at his friends, and that's always gonna work because, you know, he's just a mean bad boy. I'm actually kind of surprised my opponent. No, they had to go for the redeem, or else they would likely die, but yeah, they did have to go for the redeem. I get to go first as well, so they really had to go for the redeem there with the Shieldbreaker, or else they would just be dead, which is really unfortunate for them, obviously, because you kind of don't want to redeem at that point in the game. But, you know, such is the way of the Butcher Circus. I'm gonna keep my turn here. I could move forward with the Flagellant. That is a possibility. Move forward, so I have the Duelist advance. I might be looking into move forward possibilities. I'm not entirely sure. If I PBS here, I will be in a position where I'm gonna get Festering Vapored, which I really don't want. If I do it, they are gonna have, yeah, they're gonna get pushed back, and they are just gonna sway. So it's honestly not ideal for me. So I'm just gonna bow. I'm in doubt again. I'm always in doubt. It's crazy. I have 140 accuracy though, so I can hit everyone. Sadly, I failed some debuffs. I failed on the Antiquarian. I got it on the Flash though, so I guess that's okay. Yeah, I got it on the Flash, failed on the Shieldbreaker. I got 2 out of 4, which is nice. It's funny that the characters that don't mind debuffs all that much, because when I mean debuffs, I mean Bellows, because that's what 90% of Butcher Circus debuffs are. They're gonna be Bellows. Yeah, it's funny that the characters that don't mind it have good debuff resistances. This is a balanced decision, because the characters that do mind it need to get kind of destroyed by the Bellows, or else they'll just destroy every single one of those teams too hard. So here, since my opponent just keeps going for the Rejuvenating Vapors, I will keep dropping punishes just to make it so the Shieldbreaker goes down to 0. I don't even have to go PBS here. I'll just be able to use a Hound's Area and then move back twice. That's probably what I'm going to look into, because she will not be able to go Puncture because she's going to be at this store, and you know, she kind of doesn't want to be at this store with with this kind here. Actually, my opponent is dazed, so this is really good for me. I get to just do this for free. My opponent has to keep spamming that regen. They don't have to keep spamming that regen, by the way. They can drop Festering Vapors. They should be dropping Festering Vapors. They can drop one Festering Vapors and then regen. Heal up some HP, heal up to like 20 plus, and then drop another Festering Vapors. They don't have to go either full aggression or full defense. It doesn't even matter what kind of setup they have. Well, it does matter. It matters in the sense that if they have Materia Pestis, they can still be defensive. If they have full defense, then going aggressive maybe not that good of an idea, but if they have Materia Pestis, going defense is still fine, because getting one Materia Pestis off is still a massive W. So yeah, that is how the Butcher's Circus works. Now, sadly, I'm not in a good spot. I'm gonna move back and put myself in an even worse spot, because I don't wanna PBS here, put her back in position 2 and get the finale off soon, because I wanna delay this finale as much as possible. I wanna make it not happen if possible, which is exactly what I'm gonna try to do here. I might try to shift some focus onto this gesture, maybe get a lucky crit. 11. I am so much focused on my Higher Man for him to just be aggressive. Maybe I should be grape shotting, but I don't know. There's this and there's this and there's too much for me not to be using Duelist Advance here. Yeah, this really isn't the team you want to play Last Stand into, by the way. A team with guard break and a hell of a lot of DOT that also doesn't really care too much about stress. This is not the team you want to play. Oh, God, I whiff. I whiff with all the accuracy buffs I have. I get it, she has 40 dodge, but I still whiff. She went hopeless again, which is quite interesting. I don't have enough to stay alive here. I have enough to guard, but that's not gonna make a difference, let's be honest. So yeah, I'm really in a bad spot, am I? Aren't I? Yeah, I'm really in a bad spot. Sadly, I'm gonna have to sacrifice my Higher Man here. Maybe I should have been dropping redeems with the Flagellant a bit sooner, kind of just expecting that to happen, but I was trying to put 2 hurts on this Shieldbreaker. I don't think the strategy worked out too well. I don't think the strategy worked out too well. He dies to the first 50%, which is really bad for me, but I am praying that between a harvest... No, I'm dead here. It's unfortunate. I'm dead here, because even between the harvest and the punish going on this Chester soon, he still has the finale. He'll still get the finale off. This is really not a team you want to play Last Stand into. I almost won the previous match. It was stolen from me, robbed from me. But yeah, no, it's probably not going to work because there's no justice in this world. And the last match was a desync, which I would say I think probably going to win the last match is wrong. I think there was a decent chance of me winning the last match, not a probably though. I think it was in a better spot than this one is, that's for sure. This one is in a terrible spot. I might just surrender if my opponent gets like a crit on the Reign of Stars. If they get a crit on the Reign of Stars, I might surrender. Oh, do I? Yeah, it's just... No, maybe Hopeless... Like, maybe my Harry here gets like 2 crits. And the Shieldbreaker oofs herself with Hopeless, and that causes stress to the chest and makes him go rationally finales the corpse like that. That's my go-to here. I don't want to surrender before the game is lost. You kind of don't want to have, at the same time as you don't want to like never surrender, because some matches are completely lost and you're just wasting both people's times. At the same time, you kind of don't want to be trigger happy on the surrender. That kind of happens when you either have too much confidence and not enough game knowledge, or when you have too much game knowledge and not enough confidence. That's the problem when it comes to surrendering. If you have too much confidence, you're never gonna surrender, because you know you also don't have enough game knowledge because you have all that confidence. So what's essentially gonna happen is you think you can still win when the game is clearly lost, so you're not gonna surrender, you're just gonna waste people's times. When you have enough game knowledge to see that, you know, you've probably lost this one, you don't have enough confidence to keep playing it because it's just been going so poorly, and you know, you've been playing Butcher's Circus like freaking, I don't know how long, you kind of just feel like, you know what, screw this match, let's go to the next one. It happens a fair bit, it happens too much, honestly. I feel like you should keep on gaming if you're in a situation like that. I think I have a chance. There's afflictions. There's always a chance with afflictions. Paranoid might do something really dumb here. I hate Paranoid when I get it, because it can do something really dumb. So please, Paranoid, you watch, our chances will slowly sour. He moves back. Okay, that's not ideal. That's not what I wanted. But he is dropping to this door in the next round, which is good. It's very good. Means something good could happen here. They haven't used an Exsanguinate yet this time. They keep getting the first test door checks. I actually managed to survive the Festering Vapor's death blow because she did 0 damage. Despite only having 1 Bell debuff and me only having 10 prot, she still did 0 damage. Bell debuffs are broken, I tell you. Yeah, should you bring Nervous Snap for that? Maybe, but honestly you already win against the stress team, so yeah, just don't. It's overkill, I feel like. It's kind of overkill. So I am just barely dropping to this door here. Just barely. Yeah, just barely. I will go for the reclaim here. I want to stay alive for a bit. I have 42 dodge on my doggy. I know they have battle ballad, but can I please get a bit of dodge here? Get a bit of RNG going my way. That would be quite fortunate. If I had still my mana arms, oh god, if I had my high mana alive, like a grape shot here would be so juicy. But I'm gonna go for the puncture. Of course it lands, but it only does that amount of damage. So I'm actually fine on 1 HP here. I'm fine to go for a blackjack. But then they just redeem and I have nothing, right? I need to go for some pressure. Okay, I get a crit, but I get a miss, which is really, really unfortunate here. I need to kill the Shieldbreaker with collateral damage. It needs to happen. Sadly, you know, maybe I went for 1 bellow too much the previous round, but I kind of needed the bellow to stay alive. I kind of needed that freaking bellow. So going for a command buff, probably not the best move, but my accuracy is gone. They're hopeless, so it's minus accuracy. I mean minus dodge. So I'm praying that maybe something can happen here. Their best move now might actually be to just move back with the flashlight and try to finale. But I'm still praying that the Jesser does something really, really dumb here. I want the comeback. I want the comeback. Not only am I a Butcher Circus gamer that loves comebacks, yeah, no act out. Not only am I that, I'm also a YouTuber, so I need the comeback value. Okay, he will have enough to redeem. He's probably gonna go for it. Paranoid can say no, though. Paranoid can say no. I am praying on it. The Paranoid says no, and I get a harvest, like a heavy double kill. Oh, he says no! He says no! Come on, there's a chance, baby. There's a chance. I need it. Okay, they go for the redeem on the Jester instead. I could go for the blackjack here. I could go for the punish. I could just go for the redeem as well. Yeah. I could just go for the redeem as well. Will they have enough damage? Probably, honestly. Probably. I'll drop to quite a low number of HP. I might have to redeem here. Oh, yo. Redeem before I don't have it, you know, it's odd, but I gotta go for it. Their finale might still kill here, probably will still kill. 16 damage. They have a lot of buffs, but they also have a lot of debuffs. They have minus 20, minus 25, minus 25 here. So they move back, so there's no finale happening, that's good. I don't have enough DOT on me to go to this door, that's also good. I have a Harry coming. It's doing a lot of DOT to that Antiquarian, and there's no redeems coming for a good amount of time. There's actually no redeems coming ever. So it's not looking so bad anymore. If only my Highman had like survived another round to drop a Grape Shot, would have been amazing. They do 2 damage there, which is big for them. I still have say. It's fine though. It's that's so bad! Oh god, that is horrid. Horrid. It's still a 61. Please, no! Oh, my command buffs, they're all gone! Oh, this doggy sucks! Okay, we get an act out for stress. This doggy completely freaking sucks. He has 1 accuracy on him. He has 1 accuracy to his name. Oh my god. What affliction did he get? Selfish? Yeah, it's so bad. It's so doo-doo. Oh man, Antiquarian, what did she get? Irrational, that's good. Okay, nothing bad happens though. If I'm my opponent here, I definitely drop regen. Actually, no, I definitely drop regen. Like, get another dodge and then you win, pretty much. Yeah, this sucks though. Oh, I can't believe it. I need the next Harry to kill. I need the next Harry to be like kind of like a triple kill, TBH. Okay, that's bad. They will just move forward here to position 1. I imagine. Even if I get a triple kill here, I might still lose. Keep that in mind. And I'm not gonna get a triple kill here. 20. Okay, okay, that's one though. That's one. I miss one character, but I'll take one. Extra stress, please. Okay, one character, extra stress. That's fine. I really need the irrational to do something incredibly dumb. I really need my doggy to survive incredibly long, and I can still win this. Moves forward, which means no expose. I suppose that's good. I dodge, actually, I dodge. Oh god. Oh, I don't have Rain of Sorrows. Oh man, I don't have Rain of Sorrows. Oh, I hate Last Stand so much. Do I punish the corpse? Ah, it's really odd. I don't go for the reclaim here. I don't have any more. Yeah, I just gotta punish the flatulent. Ah. I don't have any Rain of Sorrows. It really sucks playing um, with these teams that don't have Abomination and don't have Rain of Sorrows, because you're just lacking so much on the offense. It's round 8, and this is all I've done to this team, which just gets completely slammed by something like Chef Stress. I know I shouldn't be talking about that, but this team gets slammed by Chef Stress. Literally, and ironically gets slammed by Chef Stress, even though it's even though it's a DoD team, and the rock, paper, scissors say it should win. Chef Stress is a bit of an odd one, because I go for the punish here because I want to get myself the extra healing skills. Probably not gonna matter, let's be honest. But even if I drop the Exsanguinator, I'm probably still dead. I'm just gonna go full Hail Mary, irrational self oofs, hopeless passes. I stay alive. There's gonna be crits coming. That might mean an affliction, but yeah, Chef Stress is a bit of an odd one, the first one, because it is a stress team, but it's geared towards beating other stress teams, not anti-stress teams, but beating other regular stress teams, and geared toward beating DOT. It doesn't really do that well against damage teams, because it kind of doesn't have the tools to deal with them. Your tools to deal with them with the Chef Stress is... oh, ouch, ouch. Your tools to deal with them is just doing more stress than they're killing your characters. That's kind of how you try to do it, but the Flashbot kind of sucks at that, believe it or not. He's good at dealing DOT, he's not that good at dealing stress. Well, he's good at dealing stress to my IRL, and unfortunately we are gonna lose the matches on Christmas Eve. But anyway, since the next video will come out on Christmas, not on Christmas Eve, I hope everyone has a very happy Christmas Eve. I hope everyone's enjoying their holidays, and I will see you again the next time. Cheers!